Barrett Cohen and Bret Schnieber, WLSN. And Bret, cue up the music. It's time for some football, July 12, 2012, 7-on-7.
Yes, it is, Barrett. It's the sun's shining. It's still hot. Shoulder pads haven't gone on yet, but these guys are going to get a lot of work in tonight.
It is hot out here, and I got to wonder, how long will these guys go, I guess, before they start putting those pads on?
Well, typically, the state of Ohio says that you're allowed to have 10 days of coaching instruction with the football outside of just regular conditioning. So teams break it up different ways. Some of them will do all 7-on-7. Some of them will do 5 set days of 7-on-7 and maybe 5 more days of total team activities. It's up to each individual coach's perspective how they want to handle it.
Well, you see the players and the teams behind us getting ready. It's going to be Roger Bacon tonight along with Walnut Hills and your Lancers tonight in a 7-on-7 activity and drills. And Bret, you're fresh off the sidelines. Maybe explain to the layperson out there exactly what the 7-on-7 drills might consist of.
Well, typically when you look at 7-on-7, it's really, from a schematic standpoint, it's 6-on-7 because offensively, you're going to have quarterback, you're going to have 2 running backs, tight end, 2 receivers. They use a center to snap the ball, so that's where you get your 7 on offense. But typically on defense, you're going to have 3 linebackers, 4 DBs, or 4 backers, 3 DBs, however they go about it. So typically what it is, it's your skill guys on offense going against your linebackers and your defensive backs on defense. And they're trying to get, it's strictly all passing.
What kind of things do coaches look for in these 7-on-7 drills? Coaches love film. I mean, you did it over at Oak Hills. You could probably see film in your sleep from the last several years you were coaching. But specifically with the skill players that we're going to see today and tonight, you're going to see a lot of the skill sets that each player has. But what specifically might a coach be looking for?
Well, I think you're going to look for a variety of things. For your veteran players, the guys who played last year, the guys who you're counting on, that can already play, you're looking to get better. They know the schemes inside and out. Football has turned into a year-round sport, so you're looking to work on your timing. You might be making a few different adjustments on the depth of a route. Maybe you're going to try different, pass drop with a certain route progression, and then from the guys that are inexperienced, you're looking for players. You're looking for a sophomore who's going to step up. The kids look great in the weight room. He's looked good in the track in the spring. So you're trying to find out, can he compete against other teams who don't know what's coming at him.
It's interesting to know, too, and Bret alluded to it earlier, that you will not see any of the big guys up front. No O and D linemen are going to be present tonight. I guess they potentially could come and watch the event, especially here at home if you're a Lancer O or D lineman. They tried it last year. I talked to a couple of guys this morning. They did try it last year. Didn't work real well because some of the guys on the defensive side of the ball started bull rushing, trying to get to that quarterback, and they weren't really working on the technique that you spoke of. They put a kibosh to that this year.
Yeah, it's hard doing that because you're playing without helmets, without shoulder pads, and typically from the offensive line and defensive line, so much of working the shoulders, working the pads, maybe getting a head slapped in, maybe getting up under the chin strap a little bit. It's just hard doing it, and that's why some camps, you look at big school camps, it's hard to really get a gauge on an offensive lineman or defensive lineman.
As you can tell, a lot of things still to be determined in this football season. Certainly a 7-on-7 drill here on the dog days of summer. It won't define too much. A lot of practices to go, and we'll be covering it pillar to post here on WLSN. For my partner, Bret Schnieber, and executive producer Mike Nye, I'm Barrett Cohen, WLSN.